Do you really get what you pay for? You ever wondered about, you always see these supplements and sports supplements and all of these things. You look at the label and go, well, yeah, it's got this, and so on. The question is, does it really? Let's talk to an expert in health and longevity who has no intention of ever getting old, and I love that. The author of Peptides Are Life, and it's a gentleman who has dedicated himself to researching and formulating products to aid in the prevention and treatment of diseases. Lauriston Crockett joins us on the Wake Up Call. Lauriston, thanks for being with us.
Good morning. Good morning. It's great to be here.
So you're not going to get old. I like that.
Well, what we've done is we've been able to harness peptides, and every cell in the body, 37.2 trillion cells, has a peptide. There's 40 peptide hormones, and by boosting peptides, the body's able to rejuvenate itself, which people are trying to do with vitamins and minerals, synthetic things, but you can't get there. It's impossible. So at 54, I'm in the gym doing 6,000 reps. I've got my baby son in the next room. He's 2 months old. So, life is good.
All right. So what is it that the researchers have found about all of these, different sports supplements and vitamin supplements, about what's really in them?
Well, they're really telling the truth. First of all, let's talk about what's in these synthetic vitamins and minerals. First of all, they're not good for you. They're made from byproducts of petroleum. You're actually putting that. They're derived from that. They're also made from coal tar. So there's really nothing about that the body needs. And to me, they're a slow poison. The other problem that we're having is a lot of people don't understand, even though you look at your bottle and you may say, hey, made in America, I'm totally safe. No, you're not. The trick about that is they can buy everything in bulk in China and then bring it all the way over here. And then once they get it here, as long as they rebottle it here, they can say made in America. So there's your catch. And we all know that you have to be really, really careful what's going on in China. There's no regulations. There's so many fillers. Sometimes they actually put prescription drugs so you can get a little boost there. And to me, they're poisonous.
Okay, when you say there, you're making a blanket statement that all of the things that are in these vitamin supplements are all made out of petroleum products. You want to narrow that down a little bit?
Well, I think you should really look at everything. We don't need anything that's a byproduct of petroleum. If it comes from a food source, then I don't have an issue with that. If it's using real foods and fibers and stuff from a food source, you're totally fine. If it's not, then please tell me what the byproduct of petroleum or coal tar or anything has to do with our health. Okay. Our body can't recognize it. It's not water soluble, and the body tries to get rid of it. Have you ever noticed that when you're getting rid of your waste, it turns a different color and different smell compared to just eating food? There's nothing natural about this, but they're super cheap to make, and I can sell them to you, and it's all about profit.
Okay. I'm gonna swing back around on the question because you didn't really quite answer it, and maybe it was the way I asked it. Specifically, what vitamin or mineral is a byproduct of petroleum products?
Well, the most common synthetic vitamins are vitamin A, vitamin B1, vitamin B2, vitamin B6, vitamin B12, folic acid, biotin. When you're taking biotin, it is not natural. Vitamin C, vitamin D, vitamin E. Those are your most common ones that are made from byproducts of petroleum.
So are you telling me that oil, petroleum, gas, whatever, actually has vitamin C in it?
No, they're saying that is basically a derivative of, but is not the full vitamin C. The body cannot recognize it, but they're still selling it as a vitamin C. Look, I think that if you go to any book and you can actually see what these products are actually doing, they don't have the nutrition that you need, that your body needs. And your body only needs very small amounts of these nutrients because you're getting everything from your food, but it's a multi-billion-dollar business, and people are so programmed to think that, well, I need this and I need that. It's not true. But again, unless they come from a true food source, and you can see the food source that's actually in the label, like Standard Process is a great product out there, then I wouldn't be taking it. I've never taken any of these things.
So for people that are going to take those, though, and they are, and they're going to continue, they maybe have a bottle of it on the shelf right now, what do they need to look for?
What do they need to look for?
Yeah, on the label. I mean, what do you need to look for if you're trying to avoid, the, if you will, synthesized vitamins and minerals? What do you look for on the label? How do you know what you're getting?
God, again, it comes back. You wanted me to tell you about, I would have to get my list out of all the derivatives that they're using for vitamins and stuff like that. I don't have that in front of me right now. Again, it's a very simple thing to do. Go back to your source on the label. If it says that these vitamins are made from food sources, and they'll give you a list of beets or different fibers or vegetables or anything like that, then you know that you're safe. If it doesn't, and it's got a name that you can't pronounce, and then I'm having issues with it too, you really need to think about this. You really also need to think about the cost of these products and what you're actually paying for. You're paying for a beautiful label and a sales job. But again, I would go back and say, first of all, if you really think you're vitamin deficient, then go get a simple blood test and find out if you are. If you're not, then don't take these things. Who actually think that byproducts of petroleum or anything like that would give me health? It's the biggest scam I've ever seen in the world. I mean, again, like I said, at 64 years old, I've never taken one.
All right. Lauriston, we appreciate you joining us on the Wake Up Call this morning. Thank you.
Absolutely. Take care now. Bye-bye.